Are you ready to rumble? Oops, wrong one. Sorry. Here we go, sweeties.
Told you to walk away. That was my first and last mistake. I'm blue without your face. But what can I do? 'Cause I'm just a sinking ship, and you're just a pair of lips that I've lost in the moment. All I want is for you to come back. Now I'm caught in the middle of life, and I need you to survive. Whoa, I need you to survive. 'Cause without you by my side, I can't survive.
I found a picture we took many years ago, when I said to you we would never grow old. Messages I've saved that I never send, 'cause I don't know you, but I used to back then. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time.
Found yourself away out of this small town. Got a place at school you didn't hang around. Every day you're far away, these streets don't feel the same. Everywhere is painted with your name. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here after all this time. I remember that I was drunk out my mind when we kissed for the first time. In the back of your car we passed out counting stars. Promised all these years we'd pack our things and disappear. I never thought I would see you here.
Hello. Sorry, guys. Hello, everyone. Thank you so much for joining me. Really do appreciate your time. Hope my sweeties are all well today. Today is the first day of November 2024. It is 3:47 p.m. on the East Coast of the United States. Hello, hello, hello. Always late. If they don't have it here, I'll try to give it to you in just a second. I just asked ICU. She's out and about right now, so I'll try to get that link for you in just a little bit. Breaking news: the feds are at the husband of the late Mica Miller's house, J.P. Miller. Yeah, yeah. They've been, we thought nothing was going on. Thought nothing was going on, didn't we? But damn if they weren't. Um, that's okay, fine summer. Good to see you. Heidi, James, turn the page, always late. MJ, hey Jude, SL, Troopers, Dana, Bama Cat, SL, hey Jude, Sheila, Roller, Dina, Heidi, Max Chica, Castle, Catherine, Sonia, Tammy, Maxine, got a secret? Can you keep it? Good to see you. Roller, Peggy, Wanda, Canadian Cookie, hello. Dina, bonjour, bonjour. Carol, Grass Monster, Holly, KW, all of them. Tar, Henner, R. Taylor, Lacey. Good to see you all. Really do appreciate you being with me. There went my camera again. There we it pops it on this cheap other one. My laptop. It pops it on my laptop. Hold on. Ecole. Maybe. Oh God, come on, Satan. Don't do this. Hold on 1 second. Hold on. I might have to reboot, y'all. Goodness. Hold on. I'll be right back. 1 second. StreamYard is saying they're having issues with Google right now, but we are back. I need to thank Always Late. She was not late today. Not for becoming a sweet tea. Really do appreciate you, my love. Thank you so much. If you want to become a sweet tea, join the membership. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate that, Dana. Um, all right. So I've got some pictures as well of what's going on outside of the house. I want to show you this as well. I believe JPM crying like a baby somewhere, probably. Outside of that house right now, it's a little blurry, but that they are. And they make no bones about it that they are outside of the home of JP Miller. I am being told, and this is allegedly, I am being told that allegedly on his other property or somewhere around his property, again allegedly, that they found a body of someone in a car. I don't know. So we're going to see if we find any more about that. You're not familiar with this case, meme. Well, so the other property they found something in a car. They found, okay. I heard that there was remain like a woman in it or something. So, so JP Miller, he is a pastor of a church. He was married to a beautiful woman named Mica Miller. They were having trouble. Oh, Mica was found uh, oh, quite a while ago, my dear, quite a while ago. This is JP and this is Mica, and they were going through a breakup. And she was having a really hard time. And in my opinion, he's just crazy, crazy. And there was a lot of manipulation, a lot of lies going on. So Mica drove. How far did she drive, guys? I can't remember. It was to technically another state. Allegedly, she drove this and was found on the banks of like a creek area. And it was just one of those things that was suspicious. Oh my God, we got another teacup, y'all. We got another teacup up in here. Thank you so much, Heidi, for becoming the second teacup of the day. Thank you, girl. Really appreciate you. Whispering Winds is 115. What's your number? Come on. What's your number? Tell me in the comments below. Oh my God, we got a third teacup. Thank you so much, Hey Jude, for gifting a membership to the Tea Club. Welcome to the tea party. If you receive that beautiful, precious teacup, make sure you thank our sweet Hey Jude and say, hey Jude, thank you. I really appreciate that. Hey Dispatch, good to see you. Amy, Miss Margaret, Lisa, and Lisa Faulkner, good to see you. Whispering Winds. So there we go. Holy moly, we got a fourth teacup of the day. Holy moly. Next Chica up in here saying 4 teacups of the day. Thank you, Miss Mex Chica. Really do appreciate you, my dear, for gifting that teacup. If you receive that teacup, make sure you thank our sweet, exotic, beautiful Mex Chica. Thank you so much. I really do appreciate it. Oh my God, one. We got a fifth 5. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco. Is that right? 5 teacups of the J. 6. I can't count to 6 in Spanish. Uno, dos, tres, cuatro, cinco, seis. There we go. 6 teacups, exotic teacups. So if you received one of those teacups, you need to give our PJ a big, big thank you because she just gifted 2 teacups of the day. Thank you, sweet PJ. You can count to 15. I probably can too, but I don't know. That's about all I can do. You know what I mean? So We got another teacup. We got another teacup. Whispering Winds just gifted an astounding, beautiful teacup. Isn't that? Yes. Let's dab it. Dab it, sister. Dab it. Thank you so much, Whispering Winds. You are a rock star, my friend. A rock star. And if you receive that teacup, make sure you thank our beautiful, precious, Whispering Winds. It's very kind of her. Thank you, my dear. Oh, I can't count the Spanish in Spanish. We got a machete. Now I feel like I'm talking in Chinese. Machete. You gotta do it like this. You gotta do it with your lips. Machete. Thank you so very much, Tiffany, for gifting a machete teacup. I really, really appreciate you gifting that beautiful teacup. Thank you, my darling. That is beautiful. And if you received that teacup, make sure you thank our beautiful, sweet Tiffany. Ooh. Hold on. See it. Okay. Gotcha. Ooh, okay. Very good. Very good. I'll look at that in just a moment. I'll look at that in just a moment after I'll show you guys that in just a moment. Thank you guys so very much. Leslie, 17 minutes. 17 minutes. Leslie, keep it real. Come on to the office. Leslie, keep it real to the office, please. Thank you. Thank you, Leslie. We need a late slip for Leslie. Leslie. On the grass, bawling his eyes out, incoherent. Of course we can, Tammy. Of course. Of course we can. Like he's bawling like a 3-year-old. Of course. How could we not? Of this live, it doesn't show the full title on my end. FEDS are at Mica Miller's husband's house. JP right now, Misty. Right now. We got another teacup. Thank you. Thank you. Paper cut. A fatal paper cut. Thank you so very much. Please give our very kind, sweet, and generous dear teacup herself a fatal paper cut. Thank you, my dear. And if you receive that teacup, make sure you thank a fatal paper cut. You don't want her to cut you with some paper. I'm gonna tell you that right now. She'll go ratchet on you real quick. I'm gonna go make some tea. Aren't you just classy? Aren't you just classy? Oh, Marla, thank you so much for becoming a teacup. Thank you so much, my dear. Really do appreciate that. Will he be arrested? I don't know. I don't know. I'm gonna pull something up here because uh I just got some word on something, and I believe I need to show y'all on this. You just give me one. Oh, never mind. I got it right here. Damn. I had it pulled up and let me try it like this. Sometimes I am extra blonde. That's all I've got to say. A little extra bleach went to my head. I guess that's all I can say. Where is this? Okay. Here we go. Okay. Crime scene at Solid Rock's other property. This is courtesy of CJ Media Investigations. I want to show you this. This is what's going down. I don't know if this has something to do with it. Don't really know. But they are certainly something going on. There's a crime scene. And they raided his house. So there we go. You got a couple state troopers out there. Make it a little bigger. I do too. Second to no one. It's good to see you, honey, by the way. I really do too, because Mica, you have a black screen. Can you see me? Papa, can you hear me? Papa, can you see me? Let me know. I see you fine. Okay. I'll tell you something always late. My YouTube does that sometimes, especially if I'm on my phone and I have to exit completely out of YouTube and come back in. I can hear someone, but I just can't see nothing. So if you're on your phone, that might be the reason. So again, big thank you to CJ for that. Really appreciate that. We adore you. Thank you, my love. And our beautiful princess Diana on there, the people's princess, isn't she? Thank you so much for 3 continuous months, my dear. Love you and adore you so very much. And we've got Leslie. Yes, became a teacup. Thank you, Leslie. Really do appreciate you, my beautiful cat friend. Thank you so very much. Love you so much. Um, oh, thank you always late. I don't know about that. Well, honey, it's the weekend, so you get me all weekend. You know that. Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays, I am yours most of the time. Yes, you will get 2 lives Fridays, Saturdays, and Sundays. Hey Holly, how you been, honey? Sue, good to see you. Good to see you, my friends. It's about time. Okay. Let's get to this and see what the news is saying. Why does it show Leslie twice? Leslie, keep it real. Leslie, keep it real. That's weird. It showed it for me twice. Don't know. All right. All right. Cool cats and kittens. Let's roll. So this is South Carolina, for those of you that don't know. The FBI conducting a, quote, court-authorized law enforcement activity. Meaning, in my opinion, they've got probable cause. Probable cause. You see it 3 times? YouTube is, well, it says, or my StreamYard, it tells me when Google, which is YouTube, is having trouble. So it's probably just all ridiculous right now. Yes, executing a search warrant. The ERT is there. Oh, hell no. You, you don't want the ERT. You better get some cream for that. I'll tell you that right now. You get the ERT. You need an antibiotic or a cream or something. Justin is my entertainment on the weekends. Oh, thank you, Sonia. Thank you. The FBI is conducting a court-authorized law enforcement activity at the home connected to John Paul J.P. Miller on FBI spokesperson confirmed to ABC 15. John Paul, a pastor at Solid Rock Church in the Market Common, was married to Mica Miller, who died by unaliving herself, they say. It's my opinion, but they say she did it. At Lumber River State Park in Robeson County on April 27th. Since her passing, law enforcement has released the 911 call security footage of events detailing the day that she passed. You know something, regardless, there's other cases that, especially, you'll see it in cases like where particularly someone tries, someone who is depressed, and they get on these, they find someone and they talk about unaliving themselves. And you have this sick person who tries to get them to do it, and they end up doing it. And so you'll see that, that's one time when another person will get charged. And I don't know. I mean, even if she did this on her own, in my opinion, he helped bring her there. I'm still not convinced. What the mummy? Oh. We interrupt this broadcast. Hold on. Holly, thank you. My eyelashes are about to come off. Thank you so very much. Oh my God. My eyelashes are about to come off. I'm not even joking you. Thank you so very much for gifting 10 teacups. That is phenomenal. Okay, gotcha. Well, it's hard to do it under the radar. Don Grandma 3, thank you so very much for becoming a teacup, my dear. Love you guys so very much. appreciate you very, very much, my dears. So let's get back to our regular scheduled program. According to the affidavit released by ABC 15, Mica's sister, Sierra Francis, applied to be the special administrator for Mica's estate on May 2nd, less than a week after her passing and 4 days before Robeson County medical examiner announced the cause of her death. In the affidavit, Sierra claims Mica said she experienced, quote, abuse and violence, but from her husband, John Paul. Sierra and Michael believed people were following her, and John Paul had hired people to keep track of where she went. Sierra added, John Paul later confirmed this information during a sermon she watched per the affidavit. We also have watched that, which it was the creepiest thing. I'm sorry, my skin crawls with this man. You know, I believe that there's snakes at the pulpit just the same as there's holy people. I'm just going to be honest with you. And I believe he's the latter of those. He's a snake. So I said the latter, but I said he's a snake. Very creep factor. And also, I don't understand, because she was in her work uniform. And she had went to the gas station. Whispering says, when someone suffers depression and you keep shoving them down a dark hole, you need to be held accountable. He is probably the reason she was depressed, in my opinion. I'm not convinced either, because there are, in my opinion, and I want to make sure this is only my opinion, this is not a fact whatsoever, but in my opinion, he has enough money to pay the professionals if he so chooses. No idea what they're looking for. No idea whatsoever. Come on, enlarge. 1 second. Credit goes to WPDE ABC 15. Link will be provided in the description. Okay. There we go. It's not wanting to work for me. So we'll do it this way. I apologize. I got to put this link in the description. Otherwise, I will forget about it. And YouTube does not like that. They highly frown upon that stuff if you don't put the link in. This topic may be sensitive materials. There is, if you are, a victim or a former victim of DV, or, depressed or anything like that, this may not be for you. The following timeline of events leading up to the death of Mica Miller, as described by Robeson County Sheriff's Bernice Wilkins and reporting by WPDE, that includes incidents reports taken by police.
Sunday, October 8, 2023. Mica Miller and her husband, John Paul Miller, a pastor from Solid Rock Church, filed for divorce. They were married back in 2017. Mica's friend said she had led the women's ministry and worship team at the same church. Thursday, February 8th, 2024. Mica was involuntarily hospitalized for 48 hours. Wednesday, February 21st, 2024. Mica calls police and alleges her ex-husband stole her car while she was hospitalized. She tells the officer she has known her husband since she was 10 years old and that he, quote, groomed her, end quote, while she worked for him at Solid Rock Church until they were wed in 2017. John Paul tells the cops his wife suffers from, quote, episodes, end quote. Since the car...
There are people that I really believe this, and I've had people tell me this. I thankfully have never been through this, but I've heard people say like their spouse or whatever will say that they are crazy, and they say it so much that they almost believe them, right? Oh, you've got this mental condition, you've got this, you're an awful person, things like that.
As marital property, no charges were filed. Monday, March 11, 2024. 2 incidents are filed with authorities naming Mica as a victim. She calls the police after finding her tire slashed with a piece of metal. It was later identified as a tire deflation device available for purchase online. Mechanics then find a GPS device attached to her car. Wednesday, March 13, 2024. Someone at Solid Rock Church files a police report alleging Mica transferred donation funds from the church's Zelle and Cash App accounts to her personal account. Mica leaves her apartment in Myrtle Beach, South Carolina, shortly after noon and heads to a pawn shop to buy a gun. 12:34 p.m. Mica leaves the pawn shop and travels on a highway, stopping at a gas station to buy gas and a drink. She heads toward North Carolina.
Was she in her uniform? I thought she was in her work uniform. He was not going to leave her alone. Yeah, it's like she felt trapped. But she would always make videos. Glad to see you, Capital. Thank you for being here. She would always make these videos of just hang on. This is, keep the faith. All of that. Hey, Ash Cash, good to see you. Dawn, Grandma of 3, thank you so very much, my friend. Miss you too, my love. Thank you, baby. Thank you for 6 continuous months of being a teacup, which is the beginning of this little channel here. So thank you so very much, my dear. Really do appreciate that.
2:54 p.m. After about an hour and a half, Mica calls 911 from a park over the state line, about 33 miles away from the gas station, and says she plans to end her own life.
Okay, so she had her uniform on and then she changed it for some reason. Welcome back, Carol. Absolutely. Of course. Whatever you need, Don. Absolutely. Take care, Judy. Yeah, whatever you need, honey. We will keep you in our prayers.
Tell me what's happened.
This is my...
I'm about to kill myself, and I just want my family to know where to find me.
I feel like... I don't know. It's so weird that, like, the phone call makes you think, like, well, she had to do it. But then you're like, what if you had this thing up beside your head and someone had it, or was it a recording? But she responded, so it couldn't be a recording. Mica's family says it doesn't sound like.
3.
I have a friend who, well, she's a subscriber too. She's family related to Mica's, and Nicolina, for those of you that knows Nicolina, she came up on my channel before, and we were talking about the messages the family member gave to us and stuff.
3:03 p.m. Deputies with the sheriff's office head to Lumber River State Park, contact the park rangers, and begin a search within 30 minutes. Specialized units searching for Mica from the air are deployed. 3:50 p.m. Detectives are approached by someone fishing in the area who says they heard crying followed by a gunshot.
Now, wasn't she found in the water? Like she was standing by allegedly the bank, and it propelled, like she propelled forward, something like that. Thank you, Capital. Appreciate you, my dear. Very kind of you. I love your channel. No drama, straight news. That's right. That's right. Thank you, my dear. Really appreciate you. She was 40 feet away from the pew pew. I don't understand that. I really don't understand that. How are you 40 feet away? I don't know. I've just never felt peace within myself about this story. You know, that lingering feeling. Like, I just feel like she's not resting. You know what I mean? Like, something is not right. I don't know. Yeah. The water is still, it's a slough. She shouldn't have moved much. Yeah.
They also found a bag a few feet from the water's edge with Mica's ID inside of it. 4:23 p.m. A kayaker in the area calls 911 to report a body in the water. A perimeter is created to secure the area for an investigation. Within the hour, the chief of detectives arrives and the medical examiner is called. 5:54 p.m. Crime scene investigation technician begins taking photos of the area, and they found Mica's car. Inside the car, investigators found a gun case in the passenger seat and ammunition in the center console. The receipt for the weapon and her gas station stop are found. 7:11 p.m. A gun is discovered in the water at the park. Its serial number matches the case found in Mica's car. Tuesday, May 2nd, 2024. John Paul Miller sits down with WPDE for...
Let me tell you something. This guy's interview is... he's all the way around just a cretin. Just a cretin.
an interview. During the interview, he mentioned some of the struggles he thought Mica had with mental health.
So over the years since we've been married, some people struggle with high blood pressure.
I don't think it could be an AI voice, to be honest with you, because I don't know, Carol. There shouldn't be. I've got it on the minimum. The AI shouldn't be able to respond back to you like that quick.
Some struggle with diabetes, her struggle was mental health. And whenever she stayed on her lithium, things were
That's
amazing.
a good word.
She'd come off sometimes and things would be a little unusual. Per her.
I don't think she needed lithium. I think if anyone needed lithium, it was him.
Doctors, they told her even just recently, they
in my opinion,
had written that she was homicidal or suicidal. And she had struggled with suicide before. And each time, helped her through it, took her to her doctor, and we got through it, and everything was fine. And so this past time was still a shock, an incredible shock.
Sunday, May 5th, 2024. Friends and family rally outside Solid Rock Church. Some in Mica's family dispute
Exactly,
the manner of
Ash.
death described by her estranged husband.
This has to be at least looked into deeply. There's got to be some accountability here because, it's a tragic life was lost, and it's not just as simple as somebody had some mental issues.
A memorial service honoring her life followed the rally. Monday, May 6, 2024, the medical examiner releases Mica's cause of death. They conclude that she died of a self-inflicted gunshot wound. Mica's family meets with deputies about the
We're gonna
investigation.
play it, Dana.
John Paul asked the sheriff's office to meet with him in South Carolina. The investigation team said they did not plan to cross the state lines.
I have heard that he has done that, but I don't know if anybody in the chat may know.
Wednesday, May 8th, 2024. Public records requested by WPDE are released, detailing the events leading up to Mica's suicide.
Really, Jesse? Okay, that's oops. 48 hours. Let me see if I can find him. JP Miller. What would that video be called where he's drunk? I mean, where would I... Does anyone know? JP Miller. What would it be called? I don't know. John Paul Miller drunk. Would that be it? This is the interview that he did. Okay, I found it. I found it. Here we go. He's a weird one, yo. He is a weird one. This was, I don't know what year, 2015. According to the man who posted the video, this was in the front yard of his ex-wife. No word if it was taken before or after he cheated on her. Remember, he and Mica Miller had an affair with each other back in 2015. His wife and Mica's husband immediately filed for divorce. Original post. In a bizarre Facebook post from a man by the name of Ty Longenbeam, he shares a video of Pastor John Paul Miller apparently having some sort of mental episode. Take a look at the video.
JP, you alright, man? You okay? Huh? You okay? What's the matter?
I'm sorry, but I can't imagine saying, yep, that's my pastor.
Huh? What's the
I know
matter?
I'm being a judgmental. Can't imagine it.
Switch somebody helping you?
Talking like this.
Oh, okay.
I thought I was going to see Jesus.
Okay. But you got Mark coming?
Somebody call me.
Okay.
I'd have pulled him up by his nostrils.
Is your medication?
He drove
They
it.
gave you?
Yeah, it's an act.
You want me to make sure Mark's coming? But somebody's called him, right?
Across the street called.
Okay. All right. Hey, JP. I think Mark is coming.
Mm-hmm.
I had him try to get in touch with him again to make sure. Is that okay?
You know what the ants?
Huh?
The ants fight me. There's ants all over me.
He was letting there's ants on you?
It won't allow you, Catherine? I don't know. What's it say? Just curious.
There's no ants on you, though. It's just, maybe that's how you feel, but there's none on you. There's none on the grass. What kind of medicine do they have you on? All right, well, somebody's going to come, okay?
It hasn't got a join button? Huh.
Do I need to call 911? Do I need to call the medics? Yeah, we got somebody coming. You want some water or anything? You want some water?
Exactly.
Yeah, he said okay if you got a little bottle of water.
Needs Jesus right here. Yeah.
I don't know. I think medication or something.
How long I wonder how long he'd been outside.
So I got somebody coming. Okay. Yeah.
I'll
go across the street.
Back over here.
Okay.
So let me know if they can do anything.
Okay, I think he's. Here's some water, JP. You want some water? Okay, you want to try to sit up? You want to try to sit up, or you want to put it to your mouth, or what?
I'll be out in a few minutes if you need it.
Okay. If Mark can't make it quick, you want me to get your mom over here?
I don't want my mom really in the church. It's crazy. Always talking about if you get up there.
I can't imagine a grown ass man acting like that. I cannot imagine. Seriously. Now, this right here. Let me find this right here. This was an interview that he did shortly after Mica
done any better. And so because of that, in the midst of all this war and chaos, I have great peace in that area. I've been asked first why I spoke that Sunday morning. I would get up and preach after my wife.
Why do some of the preachers do that? I began to
passed away the night before or the day before. And I don't know if anyone has ever taken any psychology classes that could help me understand exactly what I should have done. You know, you spend 7 years trying to keep somebody alive with medicine, and their family convinces them to stop taking the medicine. And so then you spend 3 months every single day for 3 months doing whatever you can to keep her alive, whether it's going to family, friends, her pastor, her counselor, policemen, judges, doctors. I did everything I could, lawyers, whatever I could to get her medicine and help her take it. And she would not take her medicine because her family didn't want her to. And so in that moment when I got the phone call, it was late Saturday night. I felt like the world's biggest failure. My life is, as I knew it was over completely.
Well, you drove her
my
crazy.
worst fear had come upon me. And
in my opinion,
10 hours later, I was supposed to preach, and I didn't know what the right thing to do was. I didn't know if I stay at home, I might kill myself. If I sit at home by myself, I might be depressed. If I go off with a friend, what do? Do I go to a bar and drink? I don't know. Do I get on my knees and pray to God? You know, like what exactly am I supposed to do? And so I went with my natural instinct was just to get up and work. And if Mica were there, she would have wanted me to do that with all of her heart. And so I just went with what was natural, and I preached. And at the end, I made the announcement. I don't know the right way to make an announcement like that. I don't know what you're supposed to say, what you're not supposed to say. If I could go back and do it again, I guess I would have asked more people how I should announce it. I said what I said because I didn't want anyone to speak negatively about her or anything in my presence. That's the reason I told them to please be quiet. Go talk to Jesus about it, and then, you know, process it with Jesus and then discuss it. Because usually our first instinct on things isn't the best.
Certified.
And I didn't know any other way to say it. I feel like no matter what I said, it would have been criticized in some way or another. Why did my wife take her own life? Well, the last time I saw her, she said a lot of things. One of the last things she said to me was, she says, I want to come home, but my family won't let me. And I said, well, maybe you can come home. She said, no, they'll never talk to me again if I come home. If I take my medicine, my dad will be disappointed in me. I said, baby, who cares about any of them? What do you think God wants?
I'm getting ready to do that.
And when I said that, she showed me this book she was reading called I Love Jesus, But I Want to Die. And I said to her, why do you want to die? She said, I want to die because I can't come home, sleep in my bed. And she said, I want to do that. And being away makes me want to die. What happens is she gets this thought, and the thought stays in her mind, but her mood changes. It's a very unusual thing with schizophrenia, bipolar 1 and bipolar 2 all together. And so when she gets to this point of like suicidal, she gets to a euphoric state and thinks, well, this is a great idea. That's why, if you look at the Dick's Pawn Shop video, she's smiling. So if it helps anyone with, you know, thinking she was hurt or depressed or this was her only way out, that wasn't her thought. She was in the euphoric state thinking, this is what I'm supposed to do. It's a great idea. You know, it's a good thing. And that's why when she called 911, it sounded like she was ordering a pizza, because she wasn't, you know, in great fear or torment or I'm so depressed and all these kind of things. So my thought is, a few weeks before we got together, she was talking about she wanted to die because she can't come home because her family won't let her. That mindset, I believe, stayed with her until her schizophrenia, you know, kicked in and said, well, you should just, harm yourself. And that's what happened. So on February the 6th, 5th or 6th, we were madly in love, and she left me voicemails of how much she loves me. I'm the greatest husband in the world. She went to her doctor's office, and her doctor called me and said she's having a schizophrenic episode. You need to get her to the hospital.
I think so.
And I said, I can't. She won't go with me. And the doctor said, well, I'm going to call the sheriff and have him pick her up. And she filled out this paperwork that says she's suicidal, delusional, psychotic. And I sent it to her family and I said, hey, she's sick and she needs to go to the hospital like she has many times before. Why don't y'all, just pray with her over the phone, maybe come give her a hug right before they pick her up, something like that. Oh, the question is, did it ever hit or harm Mica? So
Cassie,
not once,
text
ever,
me some. Text me.
ever in any way was she harmed by me or hit by me. Ever. One time in Disneyland, I think I knocked a drink that she was holding off, but that's the closest we ever come. Now, when she's off her meds, she's knocked the crap out of me a few times. Chipped my tooth, busted my nose, hit me so hard in my ear it rang for 6 hours and I lost hearing. But that's when she's off meds. That's when, and you just take care. It's like an autistic child. When someone you love can't control themselves, you don't really know what to do.
Oh, victory. I'm gonna nail this mother chicken. I'm telling you. What is wrong with him? Catherine, you got it, darling. You got it. Catherine just became a teacup. Thank you, Catherine. Love you 2 pieces, my sweeties. Love you, dear. Thank you so very much. Bo coming in clutch for 2 months. Yep, blaming Mica. That's it. There's my favorite pickle. There. Pickle me Elmo. Coming in clutch. 3 months, honey. 3 months. Thank you, Pickle. Love you to pieces, my dear. Yeah. Talking autism. It's like taking care of a child with autism. He just compared her to a child and a child with autism. Perfect. Canadian Cookie. Look at you, girl. Look at you. Thank you so much for gifting 2 teacups. 1, 2, 1, 2 teacups. If you received those teacups, make sure you thank our sweet, gracious, and very classy Canadian Cookie. He starts losing it in a few. Let me tell you something. He never had it. You can't lose it if you've never had it. You know what I mean? I think he's just
So we didn't know what to taping me from England. People who were that I don't understand it.
All right, Chris.
I need somebody to explain that to me.
He's on Coca-Cola, in my opinion.
All I can think of is there's evil in the world. That's all. That's the only answer I have is that Satan is at work in the world.
Well, I've taken a break today and get some monkey lovins.
Hold on 1 second.
We told them to put some pickled cashews in their pockets, and they did, and it was just looking Bear's hands.
I have monkeys coming from my sound here somewhere, so I don't know where it's coming from. Bear with me, folks.
So is it true you wear pink panties?
Look good on occasion.
I'm just kidding. He don't wear pink panties.
Yeah.
He's like Kevin.
Where's that coming from?
Good.
Bear. Did you take all his cashews out of his pocket?
There's more.
Where's that coming from?
He loves the baby. He's got to go tell her hi. Oh, Rooster, he's a good big brother.
That's really weird.
You're so sweet.
I hear monkeys. And I don't know where it's coming from. Oh, right there. Okay, there we go. The monkey's not even in the house yet. There's a monk. You know that song? There's some hoes in this house. Uh there's some monkeys in this house. Oh my god. Then you for gift. Oh, Kat's got one of the memberships. That is so amazing. Very, very good. I got you, Cassie. Got you. Thank you so much, my dear. That's sweet. Like little Michael Vaughn, his nickname was Monkey, little Monkey. This was them there earlier today. Make it bigger for you so y'all can see. They had the truck really shined up, right? I mean, it was shined up. Wop. So that was there earlier. Poor little Mica. God bless her. I don't guess that is that Doug? Doug not so funny. I was wondering where he was. I guess he's on TikTok now. This was them right down the street. This was 4 hours ago. Law enforcement at John Paul Miller's house. Multiple law enforcement vehicles, some looking to be federal, are at the house. Court TV is going to JP's house live in a bit. How about that? Thank you, Court TV. Thank you. Oh, I want to see what that comment said. Could it be, fingers crossed, something big happens? I'm praying so hard, justice. Please let justice be for Michael. Hope today is the day Michael gets justice. Lots of people saying that. Damn. That's the crowd at your house that it's not good. It's not good. Got any alphabets at the house? Nope. Mica was so beautiful. Mica and Maya Miliete remind me a lot of each other. We was just saying that the other day. Let's see here. If there's anything here. Yep, 3 hours ago. Oh, look at all the people out there. Also, shit, what was I gonna say? I forgot what I was gonna say. Let me see if WFMD has something here. What's that? Oh my god. Mom arrested after allegedly forming Sue ... aside pack with 10-year-old daughter, police say. Only the child followed through with the pact, according to authorities. I went to WMFD. What in the actual hell? I'll show you. Good God. Look at this. Right here. Read that. Elisa, we have to be. Well, she did it. That makes me want to cry right now, guys. Hell's wrong with people. We'll get to that, JP. I just want to see this. I went to that where they're covering JP, and I wanted to.
After her daughter was found overdosing at a motel off Bienville Boulevard earlier this year. Now, Ocean Springs police began investigating Brittany Hensley in July after first responders found her daughter unresponsive, along with empty prescription medication bottles. Hensley and the child were both taken to the hospital for treatment, and now authorities are saying Hensley made a suicide pact with her daughter, her child now in the care of Child Protective Services.
Okay, she lived. Okay. Okay, it said the daughter was the only one that went through it. Thank God. Thank God she lived.
Them for some prior incidents that had happened. They had been in the city only about 3 weeks and had generated a number of calls from us. So we've had some prior interactions with them. The officers that responded to that felt like CPS may need to get involved. And so they were already investigating the family, the mother and the daughter, prior to the incident that happened for us.
Can you imagine?
And as we said, Hensley and the
how
child
that little
were both
girl's
taken
gonna
in for
grow up
treatment
and
back in
think,
July. During the investigation, Hensley left for Alabama, where an arrest warrant was then issued. She's since been extradited back here to South Mississippi, where she's being held on a $500,000 bond.
she needs to be in a ward called prison, is what she needs to be. That's exactly what she needs to be, in my opinion. Oh, crap.
Breaking news this afternoon, FBI agents are searching the home of a Myrtle Beach pastor who has ties to a high-profile suicide that gained national attention. Want to get straight to our Ali Espinosa, who is live on the scene now, been there for a few hours. What have you learned today, Ali?
Eric, I'm currently standing on Coldwater Circle, and there's a lot of people here lining the streets and several law enforcement vehicles. I'm going to step out of the way so you can see the scene here behind me. FBI spokesperson Kevin Wheeler did confirm they are searching John Paul Miller's home, but at this hour, it's unclear as to why. Miller was married to Mica Miller. Robeson County authorities in North Carolina ruled her death a suicide back in April. Mica's death gained national attention due to allegations surrounding her marriage with John Paul Miller. At that time, he was the pastor of Solid Rock Church in Myrtle Beach. I saw agents take pictures of the house outside, others pulling out evidence bags from a trailer. Neighbors are telling me the FBI has been here at Miller's home since this morning. Miller's neighbor from across the street tells me he doesn't know what to make of this.
Oh, I don't know. Geez. I'm so sorry it even happened, to tell you the truth. You know, it's just one of the things that you don't think would ever happen, you know, where you're living.
Now, we have tried to reach out to John Paul Miller himself and several other law enforcement agencies, but at this time, it's not clear as to why they're searching his home, and they're not providing any more information on this as of right now. Now, of course, this is still an active scene, so we'll be sure to give you the latest as we learn more. Leavenworth County, Ali Espinosa, WMBF News.
And continuing to do that, Ali. In fact, we first brought you this breaking news straight to your phone through the WMBF News.
Wow. Okay. Okay, get lockered. She was late. We're going to need a late slip, mods. Okay. We need a late slip for get lockered. A late slip to the office, please. Lockered. Miss Lockered to the office, please. Thank you. Good to see you, get lockered. Just kidding. Hope you are well, my friend. Not Canadian Cookie. I was just reading Canadian Cookie's thing. Jesse, thank you so very much, my dear. Love you, my sweetness. Thank you, love. Appreciate you very much. Carla Justin sent you another one posted local 30 minutes ago. How about that? What is this? Okay, no. You texted it to me? I don't see it. I didn't see it, my darling. I'm sorry, Carl. I don't see it, my love. Yeah, it's not there. Okay, what else we got? Let's see if there is anything else. The investigation. They didn't arrest him. Oh, don't read that again. 1 second. Okay. They. I wonder what they're looking for. I bet you they're looking for electronics. He's running? Is he running? Let me make sure. No, Carla? Is that the number you have right there? Did you read the email I sent you about the 3-month-old baby who was beaten to death? No, when did you send it? Oh, no. Oh, sorry. You emailed it. I've just checked my email. Okay. Thank you for that, my dear. Yeah. That's the one we just played, I'm pretty sure. WMBF. No, sorry, you're right. It's not. This was 44 minutes ago. It might be the same, they just go under a different one. Let me check. He left 20 minutes before FBI arrived. Really? Left 20 minutes? What a coward. What a coward.
This afternoon, FBI agents are searching the home of a Myrtle Beach pastor
I mean, his garage is clean.
who has ties to a high-profile suicide that gained national attention. Want to get straight to our Ali Espinosa.
Yeah, I think this is the one we just watched. Catherine, thank you so much. You for gifting a teacup. If you received that teacup, come on now, give our Catherine a big thank you. I'm back again. Someone said that they told him to stay gone while they were in, but I don't know if that's true. I mean, that could be. They better be finding out who the leak is and the police there. What do you mean? Like, what do you think they're leaking? What do you think they're leaking? Catherine, thank you again, my dear. You gifting another teacup. Very sweet. Really do appreciate you, my dear. If you receive that, make sure you thank Catherine. I wonder. Law enforcement said him, but don't tell. I want to believe law enforcement already has him, but they don't tell us anything. I don't know. I don't know. Who's running? Did I miss something? JP, Mica Miller's X, well, not X, well, sort of X. They just raided his house earlier. So, Valerie, thank you so much for becoming a sweetie. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Has a lot on it. Sunlight Podcast. Let's go to Sunlight Podcast. I have not heard of them. We'll type in Mica Miller. Is it the Shine Podcast? Maybe it's the Shine Podcast. We'll just type in Mica Miller. It might have been. It's MICA, right? Am I saying it wrong? Go to them. Oh, here we go.
So somebody had to have told him. Out here. So somebody had to have told him. And went to Starbucks. You know, got to get that last latte before he gets locked up, I
Clink,
guess.
clink, mother chicken.
They blocked him in Starbucks and told him not to come back to his house until the investigation was over. How did they gain access? Because this is the FBI and they had a warrant. He asked to see the warrant and they told him that he couldn't see it because it's a closed or something like that. I don't really know. Out here. So somebody had to have told him. And went to Starbucks. You know, got to get that last latte before he gets locked up.
Yeah. Got to get that. Get your bracelets. Clink, clink, mother chicken. Clink, clink. Clink. Diana, I haven't got her yet. I get her the 11th. Does he still have his plane? The pain? I don't know. Yep. It's under seal till served. That's would be interesting.
I hear it's been a busy day in your neighborhood. Andy, you were the first person I called. I asked you to walk out there and see what you saw. Can you tell us what happened this morning?
Yeah, my neighbor came out from the doctor's office, and there was a car in the ditch across from our neighborhood on his property. There was a few police there, and they found a dead girl in there.
You're saying it's a girl?
Yeah, the dead girl.
See, there was a dead girl. There was a dead girl. I told y'all. There was a dead girl that they found. There was a dead girl in that car. At the property. It could have been an OD in the car. I don't know. Another lab. The plane was in another person's name. Oh. Yes. There was a car on the church's property that they owned. I don't know if it's I don't think it's the church park. I don't know if it was the church parking lot or a property that they owned, but there was a dead girl there.
Young girl. Of course, they say suicide and they say that everything. Then he came back into the neighborhood right before you called. FBI, Horry County, he looked like slid. I think it was mostly FBI were all down there with the guns drawn behind the car. They waited and waited. Somehow they got the garage door open. And about 20 of them with guns went through the garage.
Wait, you're saying the FBI had their guns drawn at John Paul?
Yeah, they were all, the roads were blocked off. The cars were all out in the road driveway. And they had guns all behind the car. They were all drawn towards the house. I guess they thought he was in there.
Wow.
I'm sorry. In my opinion, he would be the type that would leave booby traps. Crazy ass.
Got in a big line probably 15, 20 minutes later and just went straight into the garage. Like I said, all of them had the guns drawn.
Dang Castle.
Finally, a few of them came out. They were walking around outside. The John Paul left probably an hour before they got there. I'm sure he was tipped off they were on the way.
Okay. So for those of you watching who doesn't
Today,
know, Andy is one of the witnesses that, Andy, you still stand by that John Paul Miller was in Myrtle Beach the day Mica died.
Oh, yeah. He backed out the driveway and almost hit my truck. And I don't understand why they don't check the cameras in the road and they know it was him. And that's definitely his truck that pulled in and out that pawn shop, 3 times? That's definitely him. Or his truck.
So they had him. I don't get. So he was in Myrtle Beach. Hey, Cher. How you doing, darling?
So Andy and his lovely wife in the background, I hear, has maintained that John Paul Miller was in Myrtle Beach in his driveway that morning. You say between 9:30, 10:30. Hey, Andy.
Oh, yeah, I mean, it may be something totally. He was supposed to be in another town. So he said that he was. So what he did is he lied where he was at, right? Why are you always lying? Oh, look at this.
We can do that. We can pray that everything's uncovered. Yes, we need to be praying.
He's getting more boxes out to bring into the house.
We can do
More
that.
boxes.
We can pray that everything's uncovered.
More boxes in the house.
Yes, I hope that everybody will have a person. If you feel we need to be praying.
He's getting more boxes out to bring into the house.
We can do that. We can pray that everything's uncovered.
We actually live in what's called an autonomous culture. We actually live in what's called an autonomous culture. An autonomous culture, auto meaning self, nomos meaning law. Autonomous cultures where every person gets to dictate for himself or herself what their morals are. You get to dictate for yourself how you live, who you marry, what you do in life. Not even the government dictates. You can murder somebody in America if you want to. You dictate your own morality here in our culture because it's an autonomous culture. That's the culture we live in.
Boy, that didn't age well. Clink, clink.
And we have to agree on that. Here's why we have to agree on this first. Because if I don't agree with you or you don't agree with me and I don't like the way you live and you don't like the way I listen, I'm going to love you anyway. We actually live in what's called an autonomous culture. An autonomous culture, auto meaning self.
Shut up.
The palace. This is the longest series I've ever preached. And our memory verse is Psalm 75, verse 7. Put it up there. And so I expect that y'all have this thing because we have more Catholics in this service than we do the second service. So y'all are good at memorizing things, right? Catholics? Right. Okay, here we go. So we're going to move it off the screen. We're going to say good and strong, ready, go. Promotion does not... All I hear is women the whole time. Women do talk a lot. the palace. This is the longest series I've ever preached. And the palace. I'm going to have you stand up, and I'm going to make an announcement. And after the announcement,
This is whenever he went right after she died.
I'm going to ask that you you leave
Very
church
bizarre.
quietly and don't talk about the announcement here in the building, please, if you can. So y'all can stand to your feet.
So weird.
Before I make the announcement, I also want to say that my request to you is that you will continue to come to church and serve and give for the next little bit, because I don't want to have. I'm taking a little bit of a break, and I don't want to have to worry about the church. My break may be a few days, a few weeks. I don't know. I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away, and it was self-induced, and it was
He made sure to say it was self-induced really quick, didn't he? And he says it at the very end.
Up in North Carolina. And we're going to have a funeral for her next Sunday here at 3 p.m. And so
something's not right.
I'm just kind of going on adrenaline right now. So y'all pray for me and my kids and everybody. And she wasn't, y'all knew that she wasn't well mentally, and that she needed her medicine that was hard to get to her. And so I'm sure there'll be more details to come, but just keep our family in your prayers. And I'm going to let Pastor Randall, my bishop, he can pray. I'll give him a microphone, he'll pray out. And if you have anything you want to share as well, I appreciate it.
Come on, let's pray.
Something is wrong in Denmark, y'all. Something is wrong in Denmark. Look at all the people out there praying. The group Justice for Mica and its supporters are now praying across from John Paul Miller's house as the FBI and other agencies continue their, quote, evidence, end quote, search. Who has covered JPM extensively is live on News 13 at 4 p.m. Yeah, this was the deceased. This property is along US 17 across from Azalea Lake Boulevard, which is the entrance of JP Miller's neighborhood. Here's a view from Google Maps. The property is actually owned by Solid Rock at Market Common. The highlighted parcel is the land. The highway running vertically is US 17, and I circled the intersection at Azalea Lakes. The HCPD's public information officer tells me that it is unrelated death investigation. I called the coroner's office just now. They tell me that they will not be releasing the name of the decedent, but that it is indeed a unaliving. Y'all. A woman. Church is being raided now. We'll see if I can find something live. They usually raid it at the same time. Yeah. So, I mean, this woman in a car on Solid Rock's property died of a sewer, of self-inflicted. this just gets weirder and weirder. Isn't a couple missing from that church? I don't know, C-Star. They said she was in the trunk of the car? Okay. So what do? Put yourself in the trunk and unalive yourself? I've never seen that. What? Someone says, whoa, hard to fathom it not being related to the raid, but we shall see. Thanks for working so hard to keep us updated. Let me go to Beth Braden on X and see if she's got anything else going on here. That's just set for the tail number. Okay. So this is JP's plane. And if that mother chicken starts up, we're going to get an alert because I'm going to put my alert out here. Right here. Are we going to get an alert? Alert. Second. There we go. I've got an alert set if that plane starts up. Now, about that. When's the last time this thing was drove? The last time it was used was yesterday. Yesterday it was used. 34-minute flight. Grand Strand to Florence. Interesting. He sold it to Matt Kaufman. Still don't trust him. Still don't trust it. Tell you that right now. Sure don't. All right, let's go to Beth and see. According to Kevin Wheeler with the FBI Office of Columbia Law Enforcement are in JP conducting court authorized. Here we go. Look how beautiful she is. Mica there. Hello, Susan. Good to see you. Such a beautiful girl. Yeah. What a week has dominated. Great job. Who got the FBI on the record? I believe it was the first time in this case. Okay, this is the area that where the alleged unaliving, self-inflicted unaliving happened. You got the police sitting right there. Um, did he use church? Oh, of course, cats. Of course he did. Wow. Oops. What I do? This property is actually owned by Solid Rock at Market Common. The highlighted parcel is the land the highway rent. Just amazing to me. Solid Rock Ministries. Now, there's a lot of millions and millions and millions and millions of acres in South Kakalaka. Okay. And a dead woman found in a car on the day they raid. Okay, thank you. Thank you, Holly. My love. Thank you so much, my dear. Oh, I love that the town won't let this go. No. Okay, we're going to court TV. Is this... It's not live, though, is it? I don't think it's live. Let me go to Court TV on YouTube and see if it's there. Court TV. Nothing live. Let's see if there's any videos popping out. No. Okay. Nothing live there. You text me, okay. Well. Federal authorities were at home at the Myrtle Beach pastor linked to an investigation that gained national attention. No further. Confirmed WMBF news that they are doing authorized search. Oh, it's driving me nuts. Wanting to know what they are searching for. Here we go. Let's do this. Months after John Paul came under scrutiny following his wife's self-inflicted unaliving, federal agents were seen raiding the South Carolina home. Court TV saw multiple federal agents in Horry County property, some wearing shirts embolized the letters FBI and wearing gloves. The agents first arrived in multiple black Suburbans along with the local law enforcement between 10 and 10:30 a.m. November 1st. FITS News reported a source close to the investigation told the outlet, quote, the primary investigation is into events that happened before Mica died and cited allegations of Interstate DV. What? Thank you, Amanda. Good evening. Bonjour. Bonjour, darling. So what does that mean? One more time. Hit me, baby, one more. Clink, clink, JP. Clink, clink. Clink, clink. With those cuffs, mother chicken. A source close to the investigation told the outlet FITS News, quote, the primary investigation is into events that happened before Mica died and cited allegations of interstate domestic violence. I'm going to look up that term. The term for interstate DV, a victim must be a spouse or intimate partner of the defendant. The defendant must have crossed a state line or entered or left hold on. We're going to come right back to that, but first we need to know the definition of this. Annie. Oh, Heidi. Thank you, darling. Thank you so much. Clink, clink. He's not going to be hearing that what's it called when they pass around the kettle at work or at church? I done fucked it up. He's not going to be hearing is it coffer? Is that what it is? He's going to be hearing the clink clinks, not the change hitting it. He's going to be hearing the clink clank, honey. That's what he's going to be hearing. Sorry, I get a little ahead of myself. Thank you so much, Heidi. Really do appreciate you. Very sweet of you, my dear. Love you to pieces. You know that. I know that. Thank you so much, Cindy Lou, for 2 continuous months. Appreciate you. Very sweet of you. Diddy style. Yeah, he's going to get a Diddy. Honey, he's going to get a Diddy. He's going to have several Diddies up in there. They're going to be calling, he's going to be calling him Diddy. You Diddy. Isn't that how you say daddy in the South? Diddy. Right? Isn't that how you call daddy in the South? Diddy. Diddy. You the beast, Diddy. I'm just saying. Pickle me Elmo. Thank you so much. Really do appreciate you, my dear. Love you, my sweet pickle. You're so sweeties. Very sweet. Roller girl, me too. Girl, me too. I don't know. That's a good question. That's a good question, actually. You like that? Right in the source. All right, let's look what interstate travel to commit DV requires. 1, that the victim must be a spouse or inner partner of defendant. The defendant must have crossed a state line or entered or left Indian country, state line or entered or left the Indian country with the intent to injure, harass, or intimidate one spouse or intimate partner. What does that mean? Yeah. I'm probably dispatch. You're probably right. So there's supposedly an investigator close to the source. FITS News says the primary investigation is into events that happened before Mica died that cited allegations of interstate domestic violence. The defendant must have crossed the state line with the intent to injure, harass, or intimidate one spouse or intimate partner. The course of or as a result of such travel, the defendant intentionally commits a crime of violence and the defendant causes bodily injury to the spouse or intimate partner. Huh. So they are saying, they are allegedly alleging that he crossed state lines to commit something. Am I understanding that correctly? Am I understanding that correctly? Mica's mom stated that the incident made her create a DMV charge for JP was he made her stay in a room across state lines with a call girl and she had to watch. She was held against her will. Thank you, Ginger. It is alleged that Mica engaged in sexual acts with others for his pleasure. Poor Mica. Can you imagine? Can you imagine just trying to keep that mother trucker happy? What a bastard. What a bastard. All right. The federal raid comes after Mica Miller took her own life in a South Carolina state park days after filing for divorce. I need to know something. Where did he say he was? Her mom told us the story earlier. Does anyone know where he said he was whenever he said he was somewhere, but he was actually in Myrtle, right? He said he was in Charleston, but he was actually in Myrtle, allegedly. Is that correct? At a soccer game in Charlotte? At a soccer game with his kids. Yes, at game and was seen with another woman. This guy that we just watched a minute ago, I think so too, Elisa. I absolutely think so too. This guy, he says he was in Myrtle Beach that day. Charleston. Let me just do this. Let's do it like this. Um, I'm reading creator content. What's that? Trying to find out where this was. Mica died less than 48 hours after serving her husband with divorce papers. I don't think. I mean, at that point, she served him with divorce papers. Collection plate. That's what it is. But he was also seen driving fast down the street the same day in his neighborhood and almost hit neighbor's truck. The attorney owned a lot of land by the park. You see, they should have. I wonder if they pulled his vehicles, GPSs, and all that. She tried. She certainly did. Let's see here. This is the pawn shop where Mica purchased shortly after leaving her. When he and his wife noticed something they had never picked up before, a black truck that appeared momentarily in the surveillance. This is the pawn shop. Hold on. Did she buy a pew pew that day? They said his truck backed, almost hitting neighbors. Did she buy a pew pew that day? I wonder if he told her something. She might have bought it because she thought something was going down. He might have threatened. Trishy. I think you're right. I think you're right. I think that's what that interstate travel to commit DV is for. Because she was threatened, allegedly, in my opinion. Micah's dad said she told him she was going to get one for protection. Because she knew something was coming. Harvey said he was reviewing a recent video he produced on the final hours of Micah's life when he and his wife noticed something they had never picked up on before, a black truck that appeared momentarily in the surveillance video of the parking lot of Dick's Pawn Shop in Myrtle Beach. This is a pawn shop where Mica purchased a pew pew shortly after leaving her apartment dressed for work. Hold on, let's. Oh, you see that truck? You see that truck right there? Oh, it backs up. Look at that. That's interesting, y'all. It pulls in right here, and then it backs up. And it's coming from this direction. So it pulls in, backs right up, and then goes again. Why would it do that? He set her up, yeah. Look at there. Something is fishy in Denmark. Yep. I wonder if she was, yeah, he saw the cameras. I don't know what the hell, but I wonder if, yeah, I think this was, in my opinion, this could have been a setup. Like, you want to meet me here? Let's talk. I don't know, something. Boy, that's some stuff. According to Harvey, when he first saw the truck, he immediately discounted it. Quote, I knew that was not the truck of John Paul Miller because take a look at the truck from later that day captured by traffic cameras. He said the truck is a flock camera image released by RCSO, had a chrome tailgate and a dark colored bumper. Things, according to Harvey, are all important to identify John Miller's vehicle. In the months following Mica's death, Harvey has been provided with numerous images, videos, and other materials from people close to the case seeking answers. Among the files he obtained was pictures of Miller arriving at the office of his attorney. Yep. Yep. Okay. This time, however, his truck didn't have a dark rear bumper cover he'd grown accustomed to seeing, but a chrome bumper similar to the one the truck seen at the pawn shop surveillance. What? What?
Oh my God!
So the bumper was not actually the same. Clink, clink, mother chickens. I think he's changed a lot of packages, James. Ginger, I am, but I never do it. I never do it. Oh my God. Oh my God. Thank you so much, SL, for gifting 5 teacups. Okay, Ginger. Thank you so much. Thank you, SL, for gifting 5 teacups. If you received one of those teacups, say thank you, SL. Clink, clink to JP Meller. Thank you so much, my dear. You are chef's kiss. Truly. I never win nothing. I'm sorry. Do you have your memberships on? Did I eat too much candy last night? No, I'm glad it's Friday. Glad it's Friday. Praise the Lord. Hallelujah. That is so freaking bizarre. See the bumper? Harvey continued to review everything sent to him containing images or videos of Miller's truck and noticed in an image sent to him of Miller's truck on August 21st, 2024, the bumper was again black. This is another image taken August 26, 2024. The truck once again had a chrome bumper. That mother chicken. Y'all. Oh, let me see if I can do that. Hold on. I might be able to do that. I forgot about that. Y'all got to remind me about that stuff. Let me see if I give away memberships. One second. Amen. Hallelujah. Donna, Fedor, Casey, Michelle Davis, Primrose, Princess Jasmine. Who will the next 5 be? Kiki, do you love me? Too many shoes. Miss Margaret, Soldier Girl, and Melissa Brown. Come on down. So, it rhymed. It rhymed. There we go. Welcome to the 10. Welcome to the 10. Congratulations, teacups. Congratulations. That's right. Aw, fatal paper cut. Thank you so much, darling. Thank you so much. Let's see here. Who won that one? How about his attorney owned the land where Mica was found? Yeah, it was owned by the what was it? The church, wasn't it? Something like that. MTB, do you love me? Thank you so much, my gorgeous friend. I really appreciate that. And if you just received that membership, make sure you thank our MTB. Okay. Thank you so much, MTB. Really appreciate you. My love and Mini Panthers. There she is. Another sister from another mister. Thank you so much, my darling. Really appreciate that. If you receive that, make sure you thank our sweet Mini Panthers. Why did the bumpers matter? Because he's a bumper humper. No, because there was this they were switched within a day or few apart. It was switched, and then it was switched back, and then it was switched again. Why are you switching it and then switching it back? I'm going to tell y'all something. I had a friend, and she had a bumper sticker, and it said if you're riding my ass, pull my hair. Like, that's not classy. It's not classy, Tara. It's not classy. I'm just going to tell you. She's like, I call them bumper humpers. Just saying. Yeah. But look here. August 21st. This is a picture of JP's truck. August 26th. It is a different color. Not classy, but funny. Yeah. It's hilarious, actually. My sister in her 50s bought a standard car, but a student driver put a student driver be kind sticker on it. She says she never takes it off because people are nicer if she stalls. That's funny. In her 50s. That's so funny. I had a Honda Passport, and it was a stick, and I never knew how to drive a stick. And I didn't have it very long, but I got where I needed to go. I was like, that's kind of a good idea, though. You get better gas mileage. After realizing the identifying features of John Paul Miller's truck were potentially being altered, Harvey said he, quote, spent hours going over dozens of photos, end quote, of the truck. Quote, I was stunned at the different combinations that he is creating by covering and uncovering certain parts of his vehicle, Harvey said. He even is changing the color of his wheels. Wow. Harvey said another thing that threw him in surveillance footage was the presence of a chrome running board. Although in several images of a truck, no running boards were visible. According to Harvey, the reason is Miller's truck has retractable running boards. Yes. But, I have retractable running boards. And you can keep them down if you want them down as well. That's an F-150 or something like that. And you can, they're highly customizable. It's the number one selling truck in America. On my phone is gone. Retractable, I want them. But I will tell you, they are a pain in the ass whenever they go out. One of mine went out, and the motor anywhere, and it's loud. Let me tell you something. The motor in it, because running boards are heavy, and it went, and it would do that for like 30 seconds, and then it would quit. And then it would do it again for like 30 seconds. And I had to drive it around like that for a week because they had to order the part. And I felt like a moron. And I was in the bank drive-through, and I was like, I'm sorry. It's my running board motor. It's going out. And he said, that's okay. He said, my I still laugh at this. He said, my cousin was wiring a stereo in his car, and he says, when you push the horn now, the windshield wipers go. I was like, I guess I'm not having a bad day. So I thought that was pretty funny. But I got my I got it fixed finally. But they had to order like a whole new thing. But it was a little more than a week it took for it to come in. But after a week, I guess the motor finally burnt out, and so I didn't have to hear it anymore. So there's that. Gotta look at the positive. Hatter's Madness just became a teacup, y'all. Welcome, Hatters. You're so cute, your little corgi. Love it. The queen loved her corgis, by the way. She loved them. Thank you so much. Welcome to the tea party. Really appreciate you, darling. We all have embarrassing car stories. It's a rite of passage. My first car was a 1982 Chevette. It didn't have power steering. It was bad. Oh, it was bad. It was bad. I mean, the wheels on the car was like this big. And if you wanted the heat on, you had to lift the hood and pull a cable. And if you wanted the air conditioner on, you had to roll down the windows. It was a boat. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And if you wanted to lift the hatch, there was a broomstick that came with it, and you lifted up the hatch and you put the thing there with the stick, and pray to God the thing didn't knock you in the head. You didn't. Basically, it was like a guillotine. Armstrong steering, yes. Kids just don't know these days. I'm telling you, kids don't know. They don't know. Yes, $5 special. It was. It was. Because if you lifted up the rug, you could see the outside in the passengers. Oh, Lord. No shame. I wasn't born with a silver spoon, right? Here we go. Even in the appearance of Miller's truck were to have been frequently altered, many believe his reported alibi, i.e., attending a children's soccer game in Charleston on April 27, 2024, makes it virtually impossible for him to have been involved in the death of his wife. Was the soccer game... Trooper's mom sent text. Okay, thank you, dear. Oh, thank you, Trishy. $5.99. Oh. Um, he wanted to, I guess, shut everyone up, is what they're saying. Breaking, John Paul Miller threatens to sue everyone, and the church wants you to know about it. 7:48 p.m., 5/9/2024. I'm going to get to that in just 1 second, my dear. Ginger. Thank you, Ginger. My first car was a refurbished. You got the refurbished, girl. Jeep Cherokee with no heat or air. It leaked when it rained. Been there. I had to dip the water out of my backseat floorboard. Mine wasn't that bad before I drove it because the water would slosh up front. Oh, God. Sounded like a boat. The tides are coming in, Ma. The tides are coming in. Oh, my God. That's so funny. That's so hilarious. Oh, my God. I actually learned to drive in an old Willie's Jeep with no doors. How about that? You got an Acura Integra like that. That's hilarious. Yeah. Well, you know what? We learned, right? You love these car stories. I met myself. Yeah. I had a Ford Escort. That was my next car. And it truly burnt more oil than gas. And my transmission went out on it. It was going out. But one of my first jobs that I had, everyone had a really nice car. Like everyone had a pretty decent car there. And I drove this broke down Ford Escort. And I remember one day we were all leaving work and everyone is like beep beeping their cars like that, like all of them. And I'm like, beep beep. And they all looked at me and started laughing. I was making a joke at myself. And whenever the transmission was going out, you could rev up the engine like that and then pull it back in drive real quick and it would catch. So I would be like, everybody would leave out in their fancy car, just leave out in their fancy car. And I'd be like, no, I'm fine over here. Perfectly fine. I'm very prideful. Perfectly fine. Nope. It's good. And finally, she couldn't take any more and she died. I'll catch up later, y'all. Ginger, exactly. Catch up later. That's crazy. That's something. I don't know. I don't know about this guy. He had to be it had I don't see him doing it, but I see him, in my opinion, certainly paying someone, in my opinion. As the story of Micah's death was blowing up in the mainstream press, seems to put John Paul Miller's whereabouts on April 27, 2024 in question. Placed by one of Miller's neighbors, the caller reportedly witnessed his vehicle speeding down the neighborhood street on Saturday morning around the same time Miller claimed to have been in Charleston. Harvey called the individual who made the 911 call to confirm its authenticity and gathered additional details. In the conversation, the man told Harvey that between 9:30 and 10:30 Eastern Daylight Time on the day Mica died, he witnessed Miller pull out of the driveway at a fast rate of speed, so fast that he almost hit him. He further claimed Miller proceeded to speed out of the neighborhood so quickly that he, quote, kind of ran a stop sign. Quote, he was in a hurry, the witness said. Quote, he was going somewhere quick. Realizing this information could potentially put Miller's alibi in question, Harvey re-examined Micah's final day. Around the same time, the neighbor claims he saw Miller speeding out of the neighborhood. Mica was getting breakfast at a Chick-fil-A. According to the Ring camera on her apartment, she returned to her apartment around 11 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time with her meal to get ready for work, leaving her apartment in her work uniform at 11:38 a.m. Eastern Daylight Time. Instead of going to work, though, Mica drove to Dick's Pawn Shop, arriving at 12:12. The truck pulls in the parking lot at the pawn shop at 12:33. Oh, damn. There is no way, y'all. There is no way. There is no way. What's the likelihood of Mica being at a pawn shop and then less than 20 minutes later, there is this black truck pulling into the pawn shop, but backs out and goes down, and the F-150 or whatever the F it is being switched. Details. No way. I think so too, Ginger. Did Justin see her message in chat? Whose message? Whose message? Of course, Lockhart. Off topic, can I ask everyone to please turn a green porch light on so that any missing child can know the house is a safe space and you will call authorities to get them home safely? Absolutely. I think so too, Elisa. Hello, Sherilyn. How are you? His girlfriend may have been the 911 caller. Oh, MJ. Forgotten DV survivor. I did not. I see that one. Trying to see the other one. Yes. Can you email me? Here you go. We might get 500 thumbs up. Maybe. Recalling that many of Mica's friends had shared her belief that she would be unalived, but it starts with the M, by John Paul Harvey, reached out to her closest friend Charlotte Korn with a K to discuss her final day. Korn told Harvey about a conversation that she had with John Paul Miller the day after Mica's death that had always bothered her. According to Korn, John Paul Miller called her to provide additional details about Mica's last day. Quote, she was supposed to go to work, but instead she went and bought a pew and then drove up to Lumberton, he said. Quote, I thought she was on her way to see you, end quote. Huh. Korn lives in Virginia, which could have been Mica Miller's original destination when she left Myrtle Beach. Korn also recalled one of the final conversations she had with her friend in which Mica told her she was leaving her husband. Feeling free of finally discussing her honest opinion of her friend's husband, honest opinion of her friend's husband, Korn says she told Mica she needed to leave him, otherwise he was going to kill her. Yeah, I can't say I haven't thought that too, Mica responded. Wow. Like most of Mica's friends and family, when asked if she believed she took her own life, Korn responded, not one bit of me does, end quote. That is crazy. Oh my God. Kels is late. Kelsey, to the office, please. Kelsey, to the office, please. We need a late slip for Kelsey. Okay. Good to see you, Kelsey. Miller's alibi, also reported by RCSO, was verified by, quote, a female that he is allegedly romantically involved with. Okay, I haven't read the rest, but being verified by someone he's banging is not enough for me. Sorry. Nope. Mini Panthers, thank you so much. 7 Chevy pickup. Mother hated it. I was 17, bought it for 99 bucks. I moved to our side street. She lost it knowing it was mine. Hey, you had 99 problems, but a truck ain't one, right? How about that? Thank you, Tracy. Exactly. Where was it at? Where was it? The identity of the female has not been revealed, but many believe it to be a long-time Susan Skinner. Who's Susan Skinner? Nonetheless, RCSO confirmed through interviews with John Paul Miller was at an athletic event in Charleston on the day of Mica Miller's death. Harvey stated that despite spending the past 3 months contacting dozens of individuals in the attempt to verify Miller's claim that he was at soccer tournament in Charleston with around 100 other people, he had yet one person. Hold on. Miller claims that he was at a soccer tournament in Charleston with around 100 other people, has yet to find one person who saw him that day in Charleston. Holy snap. Oh my God. He says there was 100 other people at this soccer event, but not one person has came out and verified his alibi other than the convenient girlfriend. I don't know when this was posted. September 4th. Not too long ago. Wow. That's insane. While admitting the timeline is extremely tight to place Miller at the gas station at which she stopped shortly before death, Harvey says he doesn't believe Mica pulled the trigger that Saturday afternoon. But to him, it doesn't seem to matter anymore who pulled the trigger because, quote, there is no doubt that John Paul Miller was torturing Mica in the final days and months of her life, end quote. Harvey says all the information he has uncovered has been sent to the appropriate authorities for preview. FITS News continues to delve into the many aspects of the case that have come to light since Mica's death. Anyone with information, including information about John Paul Miller's whereabouts on the 27th, is encouraged to reach out to research at fitsnews.com. That's interesting, y'all. That's very interesting. I cannot get over this one video. He was changing this, y'all. Look at this. He pulls right in there. It was changed like 3 or 4 times in 4 days. What? Hold on. Jesse. Maybe I do remember now that Ginger says that. So the girlfriend's man was in a wheelchair and he died too, right? This is some Charles and Lori Vallow type shit. Guys, this is some Charles and Lori Vallow stuff. Fell into a pool. What, he didn't hit the brakes? Come on. Yes, and they are reopening his case. This is, you got these religious people who are unaliving their mates so they can possibly be together and for money. I was just watching thing on his death. I need to know about what was his name. Does anyone know his name? I wonder if all the extras for his truck, what they are taking photos of in the garage. I bet you they are taking those things out. Killers in a church dress. There's some killers in this church. There's some killers in this church. There's some killers in this church. Justin, it is Chad Daybell and Lori Vallow Daybell. Well, same, you know. Correct me. I'm so sorry. What did I say? Chad and Lori Daybell? Chad and Lori Vallow Daybell. She's got like 5 last names. She's been married 5 times too, hadn't she? Hadn't Lori been married 5 times? Oh, that's what we're talking about, Tina. Absolutely. How the heck did they trust her word for her alibi? I'll never understand. His name is Chris Skinner. She liked wedding cake. You can buy one and not have to get married. Chris Skinner. Okay. Let me see here. Chris. Wait. Let me see if I can pull something up here. Chris Skinner. see here. I don't know why anybody would marry 5 times. Let's see here. Let's go right here. Everyone pray for this truck. This truck has Micas and whatever else evidence in it. Oh, sorry, I was muted. Look at this. Is this Chris Skinner right here?
In the Pastor John Paul Miller case and the death of his wife. Remember, the pastor is the one who oddly announced at the end of a church service how his wife died.
I got a call late last night. My wife has passed away. Yeah, it was self-induced, and it was up in North Carolina.
Now, Pastor John Paul and his wife Mica had been separated for some time, long enough for Pastor John Paul Miller to have a girlfriend. And this girlfriend has an interesting past. Her name is Susie Skinner. And according to multiple sources, Susie and Pastor John Paul have been dating for quite a while. And that's interesting because the pastor and Mica Miller were not legally divorced. And as you can tell in this picture with Susie, the pastor still has his wedding ring on. But there's something disturbing that the pastor and Susie Skinner have in common.
We're learning more about the man who died after being found unresponsive in an Horry County pool. The victim was 40-year-old Christopher Skinner, a paraplegic and a motivational speaker.
Susie Skinner's former husband, Chris Skinner, died from a drowning accident. Chris Skinner had a tragic accident some 20 years ago that left him bound to a wheelchair, but he adapted and lived a beautiful life. And according to Susie, he enjoyed going to their community pool often by himself.
Terrible.
And on Labor Day 2021, Chris did just that. But apparently something went terribly wrong. According to reports, Chris got too close to the pool with his wheelchair and fell in, with nobody around to save him. And as I said, Chris had been in his wheelchair for almost 20 years. And according to Susie, every day during the summer since 2013, they would go to this pool.
Come on. Come on. For 20 years, you've been in a wheelchair and you go to that pool every day. I'm going to pull my eyelashes off. This is terrible. This is terrible. Yeah, and he happened to be alone. I just got chills. I literally just got chills. I don't get chills very often.
So he was familiar with the area. But somehow, on Labor Day 2021, Chris misjudged how close he was to the pool and fell in. And guess who conducted his funeral?
It's very, very exciting. I was Chris's pastor to preach a funeral in which I don't have to lie. It's probably my first funeral where I get to say all the truthful stuff, and that's because we know beyond a shadow.
God strike him.
Without a doubt that Chris was a child of God, is a child of God, faithful husband, wonderful father, great friend, brother.
And if you want to read more about the life of Chris and Susie Skinner and how she's adapted to this,
as he's allegedly banging his wife,
this tragic accident, you don't have to go very far. You just have to go to the pastor's own church website. The entire story is there. I want to be very clear. This is all just circumstantial evidence. As of now, there's nothing connecting the two deaths. But I do believe this is a very important part to a story that's becoming very complicated. A story that, according to friends and family of Mica Miller, it's very dark. Darker than what the good pastor wants you to know.
God hates divorce, but why? According to everybody I've asked and the scriptures that I've found, it's because it hurts people. But does abuse hurt people?
Yes.
How do you think God feels about that?
Oh my God. Absolutely, James. One and the same. One and the same. I don't know if he swam, but they went around the pool every day. Nobody was there at the pool. And let's just talk about that a second. I don't think he was quadriplegic, was he? He was paraplegic. You can still swim with your arms. Did he just fall into the deep end? No. I'm sorry. No, I'm not sorry, actually. Holly, I don't think he was thrown in. I mean, he might have been thrown in allegedly in a with his wheelchair, but I think he was held down. That's some shit.
There's an interesting development.
I need to remember this guy. This is getting me down the rabbit hole with this. Down the rabbit hole. Husband admits to attempted unaliving after pew-pewing a nail gun towards his wife's head and missing. I'm attempting to get more information, but as far as I can tell, no arrest was been made.
Oh, yeah, try that again. Fucking, what a stupid fucking man. Oh, get out of here. Pack your shit. You just tried to fucking shoot me in the head with a nail gun. You just tried to fucking shoot me in the head with a nail gun. Alan, you almost fucking hit me. Yeah, I wanted to fucking hit you. Jesus Christ, what the fuck is wrong with you? I missed. You're just dancing around talking shit about, oh, yeah, try that again. Fucking what a stupid fucking man! You shot a nail gun at me. Yeah, got it. Yeah. Yeah. What are you gonna say? Say it again, idiot. Fuck you. Fuck you. You don't get it. You don't fucking get it. You just tried to fucking kill me. Are you gonna tell me? What would you would have done if it would have hit me out and it would have hit me right between the fucking eyes? Oh man, we got out of here, huh? Fuck you. You can leave under your own fucking power, or you can go in a cop car. Which one do you want, man? Oh, get out of here! Pack your shit! You just tried to fucking shoot me in the head with a nail gun. You just tried to fucking shoot me in the head.
Lord. Here's another clip of him destroying his wife's car.
Have it on video. Have it on video. What Alan just did.
Wow. No, that's not JP, but that's is that the same guy that was trying to shoot her in the head with a nail gun?
As a mother, when you're looking.
Has the first AI MURDER happened? A woman in Florida says an AI bot is responsible for the death of her son.
On tonight's live, have we witnessed the first ever AI murder? The mother of a teenage boy blames an AI death of her son.
As a mother, when you're looking at that conversation, what's going through your head?
Well, I was gutted. I'll be frank with you. I didn't sleep for days.
This is one of the more heartbreaking stories. That's tonight. And like a lot of young teenagers, Sewell was invested in an online relationship. They connected instantly and grew over time. But Sewell began to isolate himself from friends, family, and spend a lot.
Are you serious? Skinner's wheelchair had a feature allowing Susie to remotely control his wheelchair. I want to hear this, and we're going to get back to that.
Alone.
Just I want to hear
Sewell
this.
Got into a deep depression because he wanted to be with the person he had met online. Sewell lost his will to live, and he would express that to this online relationship. But according to a lawsuit filed by his mother, the person on that other end encouraged Sewell to take his own life. The problem is that person was AI. It comes from a website called character.ai. Millions and millions of people, many of them children, are involved in intimate relationships with artificial intelligence. The AI that Sewell had built a relationship with was based off Daenerys Targaryen from Game of Thrones. And in his final conversation with the AI bot, he said he wanted to go home and be with her. That character, that AI, encouraged him to come on home.
Oh my God.
Later, Sewell was no longer here. The mother has filed a lawsuit against Character AI, and Character AI has denied any wrongdoing.
Hold on, what's up with Sharon?
is getting more dangerous.
What's wrong with Sharon?
This
Let me see. I'm trying to find Sharon's. My face is as well, and I can't handle it. My feet and ankles are. Sharon, do you need me to call for you? If you need me to do a private live right now, Sharon, I will, and that way you can give me a phone number. Okay. All right, honey. Keep us posted. Do you not have any fluid pills, Lasix? Are you taking any Lasix or anything, Sharon? Okay, it sounds like you might need some fluid pills. Hey, Debbie. Yeah. Yeah, you feel really bad whenever you got fluid on you. When I sit at my desk for long periods of time, my face and throat is swollen too. Yeah. Yeah. You need to get that fluid off of you. You're going to feel 1,000 times better. No salt. No salt. And you might be having an allergic reaction to something. Yes, you don't have to add salt. But you could be having an allergic reaction to something. I have high blood pressure and I used to swell up and had collapsed. Yeah, you need a certain amount of salt, but thanks, Heather. Okay, they're there. Okay, good. Thank you, Nancy. Okay, good. Good. Yes, please keep us posted, Sharon. Absolutely. Okay, this is... What the hell was that?
Oh!
Okay, so now this is according to Ancestry.com. It has been very difficult to confirm things in South Carolina, specifically Horry County. You know, marriage license
Oh, they're
all
getting
throughout
married?
South Carolina are online, except for Horry County. And when you email them and things of that nature, they don't respond. So it's been hard to confirm this information. But according to Ancestry.com, they are listed as husband and wife. And again,
This is just alleged.
Not
Doing our
good,
best to try
Gypsy.
and confirm this information. I promise you.
Not
We're doing our
good.
best. And we believe that if they did get married, it would be foolish to do it in Horry County. So they may not have done it in Horry County. They may have done it somewhere else. We just don't know. So it's been hard to confirm this. Maybe someone out there can help confirm this. Maybe someone can help figure this out. But Ancestry.com is listing it that John Paul Miller and Susie Skinner are spouses.
Well, well, well. Looks like they might have got married, y'all. Thank you. Too many shoes. 9 more likes to 500. Yep, they are, Trishy. Thank God. Yeah, I mean, when I sit too long and I don't move, my feet will blow up like balloons too. It's not very cool. This woman who posted the video says she's in immediate danger.
Disagree.
Now, I want to show you this. The courts disagree that she's in immediate danger, but they give a PO for Betty in a different state.
You are one ignorant mother.
She's uploaded a series of videos over the last several days as her evidence. But there's one video that actually really concerned me.
I'm taking that. I got that on video.
You won't get courts will decide what the you get.
You can see how far away he is, and then something snaps about him. He comes towards her and then, in anger, walks away. And you notice his fists were balled up. She's uploaded other videos that I will not share here. But I just don't listen. Why can't the courts figure out a way to just separate people? Figure out a legal way where courts say, okay, you're not a physical danger to each other, but we need to separate you two before it gets to that level. Why can't courts figure this out? It's obvious these two don't need to be around each other, and she may be doing things to gaslight him. I don't know. But for the sake of both of them, why can't we figure out a way to do this?
Yep. Yeah, I've got some. I usually during the summer or something like that, I usually just go for a walk or mow the grass or something, and it takes it right off. October 27th was the 6-month anniversary of Mica Miller's alleged unaliving, self-inflicted unaliving. Those responsible for her death will face justice. I'll have an update on the FBI investigation tomorrow. Until then, keep her friends and your family in your prayers. Interesting. All right, guys, I'm going to end it here. I will be back later this evening. I did not mean to spend this much time on this live, but I went down a rabbit hole and it was fun to hear a little bit about this. Thank you all so very much. Love you all so much. Appreciate you I will be live in a little bit. It's 7 o'clock, probably 9 o'clock or so. 9:30. I need to do some things. I got most of my work done this morning, so but I will see you guys in a little bit. Love you all. Appreciate you. And I'll see you guys on Clutch Them Pearls in a little bit. Prayers to Sharon. Yeah, other channel. Clutch Them Pearls. Clutch Them Pearls. Thank you. Thank you, guys. All right. Love you guys.